Hello and welcome to this video of what I read in the month of January 2019. I read 75 comics for the month. Before I get started, though, I know that I have a lot of subscribers who have joined in the last 6 months or so. And I didn't know if perhaps you knew that this YouTube channel was created to supplement a podcast that I do, the Comic Book Attic podcast. So if you're into podcasts, you can always check out the Comic Book Attic at comicbookattic.libsyn.com, or, of course, all the places you get your podcasts. But enough of my commercial. Let's look at what I read. Starting with Marvel, you can see this beautiful cover here of Daredevil 130, 153, 157. Then from a later point in the series, this issue number 13 and 14. The wedding issue, Fantastic Four number 5, or I guess it would be Legacy 650. Oh, it's right there. And then issue 6, or Legacy 651. The new Champions number 1. Why we needed a new number 1, who knows, but there it is. Infinity Wars Infinity number 1. Spider-Man 35 and 50. And this time around I'm mixing in the older ones and the new ones. Spectacular Spider-Man 13. The new Guardians of the Galaxy number 1, or Legacy 151. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 1, or Legacy 25. And then 2 or 26. The new Invaders series number 1. And I'm enjoying these one-shots Marvel has been doing to commemorate 80 years with some of the old titles, some of the old genre titles they used to do. So I read this Crypt of Shadows one-shot, and then inspired by that, I read the original number 1 of Crypt of Shadows. And then I read their War is Hell one-shot, and went back and read War is Hell number 5, as well as from the Atlas era, Devil Dog Dugan number 3. And as I say in the podcast, they really need to make this character a relative of Dum Dum. Dum Dum Dugan and Devil Dog Dugan should be related. Also read Submariner number 3. The recent Uncanny X-Men annual number 1. Tony Stark Iron Man 5, or Legacy 605. The new Conan the Barbarian number 1, or Legacy 276. Immortal Hulk 11. Uncanny X-Men 8. 9. 10, which is also Legacy 629. Avengers 12 from the current series. And Amazing Spider-Man 13, which is, I believe, the last issue of this I'm going to buy currently. Just not digging the title right now. Ultimate Marvel Team-Up number 1. Okay, now we're to the DCs, and I was reading through a lot of the Superman comics chronologically using the triangle number system. Here I'm just going to show them by title. Adventures of Superman 504 and 506. Superman 81, 83, 84. Superman the Man of Steel 25, 26, 27, 28. Action Comics 691, 693, and to the current issue 1006. Reading a lot of Flash. This is issue 50 from Wally West's series, followed by 51. Skipping ahead, I started reading the Jeff Johns run. Here is issue 168, 169, 170, 171, 172, 173, 174, 175, 176, 177. Sorry, I had to restart the video there. So we left off with 177, 178, 179, 180, and then we move to the Our Worlds at War Flash issue number 1, and the Flash Secret Files issue 3, and then to the present day with the Present Flash Annual number 2. Continuing with DC, Heroes in Crisis 4. Going back to some Superboy with issue 219 and 220. Then the current Superman 6 and 7. Terrifics Annual number 1. Harley Quinn 52. Shazam number 1. Freedom Fighters number 2. Jumping back to Flash from the original Barry Allen series. This is issue 268, obviously a Whitman variant. Young Justice number 1, the new series, variant cover. And that's all the DCs. And as far as the non-Marvel, non-DC, I only have 2 books here. Stranger Things number 4, and I have to say I was not impressed with this miniseries. And finally, G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, Silent Option number 3. And that is all 75 comics I read for the month of January 2019. Until next time.